The Renaissance unveiled secrets, art, and the era that changed the world. The Renaissance marked a bold rebirth of art, science, and culture, transforming the world from the shadows of the Middle Ages into an era of innovation and discovery. Known for legendary figures like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Galileo, this period wasn't just about masterpieces, it was a battleground of ideas, secrets, and power. From the Medici family's mysterious rise to Da Vinci's hidden codes and Galileo's clash with the Church, the Renaissance was alive with intrigue. It redefined humanity's potential, leaving a legacy that still shapes our world today. Dive into this fascinating era of creativity and controversy.
The dawn of a new age.
Let the journey begin.
The Renaissance wasn't just a moment in time, it was a movement that redefined humanity. Emerging from the shadow of the Middle Ages, this rebirth sparked a cultural and intellectual revolution. But what exactly caused this monumental shift? Let's set the stage. Imagine Europe in the 14th century, plagued by wars, famine, and the devastating Black Death. Millions perished, but the aftermath left a curious effect. With fewer mouths to feed and a society in disarray, survivors began to question old ways of thinking. Why had they suffered so much? Could they rebuild something better? Enter Florence, the beating heart of the Renaissance. This vibrant Italian city became the epicenter of change, largely thanks to the powerful Medici family. The Medici weren't just wealthy bankers, they were patrons of the arts, sciences, and philosophy. Their money funded revolutionary artists like Brunelleschi, who dared to defy convention by building Florence's iconic dome. Rumors still swirl about the Medici's shadowy connections to secret societies and their cunning political maneuvers. Were they just shrewd businessmen, or was something more mysterious at play? Beyond Florence, the fall of Constantinople in 1453 brought an influx of Greek scholars and ancient texts to Europe. Suddenly, forgotten knowledge from the classical world, philosophy, medicine, mathematics, was back in circulation. This mix of old wisdom and fresh innovation created the perfect storm for progress. The Renaissance teaches us that even in the darkest times, creativity and curiosity can lead to extraordinary change. It's a reminder that humanity thrives when we seek knowledge and dare to imagine a brighter future. Much like the transformative power of music, this era proves that art and culture are essential to the human spirit, offering hope, healing, and inspiration. Masters of the brush and chisel. If the Renaissance had a soundtrack, it would be the rhythmic tapping of chisels and the soft swish of brushes on canvas. This was the age when art transformed from religious iconography to a breathtaking celebration of humanity. But what made Renaissance art so revolutionary, and why do these masterpieces still leave us awestruck? Let's start with Florence, home to titans like Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Raphael. These artists weren't just painters or sculptors, they were storytellers. Michelangelo's David, for example, wasn't just a statue, it was a statement of human potential and resilience. Meanwhile, Da Vinci blurred the lines between science and art, creating works like The Last Supper and Mona Lisa that remain shrouded in mystery. Did Da Vinci really hide secret messages in his paintings? Scholars and conspiracy theorists alike continue to debate. The Renaissance also introduced revolutionary techniques that forever changed the way we see art. Perspective, pioneered by artists like Brunelleschi and later perfected by others, brought depth and realism to paintings. Techniques like sfumato, used by Da Vinci to create soft, smoky transitions between colors, gave his works an almost lifelike quality. It wasn't just art, it was magic. But the Renaissance wasn't without its drama. Rivalries among artists were fierce. Michelangelo and Raphael, for instance, had a famously tense relationship. Was it fueled by jealousy or just a clash of egos? Regardless, their competition drove them to create some of the most iconic works of the era. Renaissance art wasn't just about beauty, it was about awakening the human spirit. Like music, it connects us to something universal, a reminder that creativity is a profound expression of what it means to be human. Just as a melody can move us to tears, these works inspire us to dream, innovate, and see the world differently. Words of wisdom. The Renaissance wasn't just painted on walls or chiseled in stone, it was written on parchment and whispered through the ages. Literature during this period broke free from rigid traditions, blossoming into a vibrant exploration of humanity, philosophy, and the natural world. But why did these words resonate so deeply, and how did they shape history? At the heart of this literary revolution were thinkers like Dante Alighieri, Petrarch, and Giovanni Boccaccio. Dante's Divine Comedy wasn't just a poem, it was a journey through the afterlife, exploring the human condition with striking imagery and bold ideas. Petrarch, often called the father of humanism, reintroduced the world to the works of ancient philosophers, blending their ideas with his own to create something profoundly modern. And then there was Boccaccio's Decameron, a collection of stories told by characters seeking refuge from the plague. It wasn't just entertainment, it was a reflection of human resilience. But what truly propelled Renaissance literature to new heights was the invention of the printing press. In 1440, Johannes Gutenberg's groundbreaking machine made it possible to reproduce texts quickly and cheaply, spreading ideas like wildfire. Suddenly, works like The Prince by Machiavelli or Erasmus's In Praise of Folly reached audiences far beyond the elite. These texts sparked debates about power, morality, and the human condition. Of course, not all Renaissance writings were welcomed with open arms. Many were banned, and their authors condemned. Rumors swirled that Machiavelli's The Prince contained secret advice for tyrants, and whispers of forbidden knowledge hidden in coded manuscripts intrigued and alarmed the church. Words hold power. During the Renaissance, they became tools for innovation, rebellion, and enlightenment. Like music, literature taps into something deeply human, our need to connect, question, and create. It's proof that ideas, once set free, can change the world forever. Science awakens. The Renaissance wasn't just about beautiful art and eloquent words, it was also a time when curiosity and observation transformed our understanding of the world. Science broke free from ancient dogmas, challenging traditions and paving the way for modern knowledge. But how did this awakening take hold, and what risks did its pioneers face? Let's start with Nicholas Copernicus. In 1543, he proposed the radical idea that the Earth revolved around the Sun, not the other way around. This wasn't just science, it was heresy. The Church, rooted in the belief that Earth was the center of the universe, resisted fiercely. Yet Copernicus's ideas inspired others, including Galileo Galilei, who perfected the telescope and observed celestial bodies like never before. Galileo's discoveries confirmed Copernicus's heliocentric theory, sparking both awe and outrage. Galileo's story highlights the dangers Renaissance scientists faced. In 1633, he was tried by the Inquisition for vehement suspicion of heresy. Forced to recant his findings, he lived under house arrest for the rest of his life. Despite this, his work laid the foundation for modern astronomy and physics. Leonardo da Vinci wasn't just an artist, he was also a scientist. His notebooks are filled with anatomical sketches, studies of flight, and engineering designs centuries ahead of their time. Did Da Vinci's dissections of human cadavers challenge religious teachings? Some rumors suggest his secretive studies bordered on the forbidden. Renaissance science wasn't just about discovery, it was about defiance. These pioneers risked everything to uncover truths about the universe. Like music, science resonates with the core of what makes us human, our insatiable curiosity. It shows us the beauty in questioning the unknown and reminds us that progress often begins with a single brave idea. Architecture and urban marvels. The Renaissance didn't just reshape art and science, it transformed the cities and skylines of Europe. Architecture during this era blended beauty and functionality, creating structures that still inspire awe today. But beyond the iconic buildings lies a fascinating story of innovation, competition, and mystery. Florence, the epicenter of the Renaissance, is home to one of the era's greatest architectural triumphs, the dome of the Florence Cathedral. Designed by Filippo Brunelleschi, this engineering marvel defied the knowledge of its time. Without modern machinery, Brunelleschi devised ingenious techniques, including herringbone brickwork and a unique hoisting system, to construct the dome. Rumor has it that Brunelleschi took some of his methods to the grave, leaving experts puzzled even today. Renaissance architecture wasn't just about grandeur, it was deeply influenced by the revival of classical Roman and Greek styles. Architects like Andrea Palladio studied ancient ruins, bringing columns, symmetry, and proportion back into vogue. Palladio's work inspired structures far beyond Europe, including the White House in the United States. But beneath the grandeur were whispers of secrets. Many Renaissance buildings, especially in Florence and Rome, are rumored to contain hidden chambers, escape tunnels, and coded inscriptions. Some even suggest these features were used by powerful families like the Medicis to conduct clandestine activities. Urban planning also underwent a transformation. Cities embraced open squares, fountains, and gardens, reflecting the Renaissance ideal of harmony between nature and humanity. These spaces weren't just beautiful, they were designed to foster community and culture. Renaissance architecture reminds us that spaces shape how we live and interact. Like music, it resonates with us on a primal level, connecting beauty, function, and emotion. These structures stand as a testament to human ingenuity, offering inspiration to dream bigger and build better. The Renaissance woman. When we think of the Renaissance, it's easy to picture men like Michelangelo, Da Vinci, or Galileo. But women, too, played a vital role in shaping this transformative era, often overcoming immense barriers to leave their mark on art, politics, and society. Who were these remarkable women, and why are their stories often overshadowed? One of the most prominent figures was Isabella d'Este, often called the First Lady of the Renaissance. A savvy politician and generous patron of the arts, Isabella transformed her court into a hub of culture and innovation. Her letters reveal a sharp intellect and keen diplomacy, showing that she wasn't just a supporter of the arts, she actively shaped them. In the world of painting, Artemisia Gentileschi broke barriers as one of the first renowned female artists. Her works, often depicting strong, resilient women, were deeply personal and powerful. Artemisia's Judith slaying Holofernes is a dramatic masterpiece that speaks to her own struggles in a male-dominated world. Rumors suggest her art carried hidden messages of defiance and empowerment. Literature, too, saw contributions from women like Christine de Pizan, one of Europe's first professional female writers. Her groundbreaking work, The Book of the City of Ladies, challenged the misogynistic views of the time and celebrated women's achievements. Yet, many Renaissance women lived in the shadows, their contributions erased or forgotten. They worked as artisans, writers, and thinkers, but societal norms often confined their work to anonymity or private settings. The Renaissance woman reminds us of the human spirit's resilience and creativity, even in the face of adversity. Like music, these women's stories resonate across time, inspiring us to recognize the hidden brilliance around us and strive for a world where every voice is heard. The Renaissance beyond Italy. While Italy is often celebrated as the cradle of the Renaissance, the movement's influence spread far and wide, sparking cultural revolutions across Europe. From the gilded courts of France to the quiet towns of the Low Countries, each region added its own flavor to this transformative era. But how did the Renaissance leap beyond Italy's borders, and what made its global impact so enduring? One key factor was trade. Italy's bustling ports connected it to Europe, Asia, and beyond, carrying not only goods but also ideas. Merchants and scholars brought Renaissance art, philosophy, and science to cities like Paris, London, and Bruges. The printing press, invented by Johannes Gutenberg in Germany, further accelerated this cultural exchange, spreading revolutionary texts to even the smallest villages. Northern Europe embraced the Renaissance in its own unique way. Artists like Albrecht Dürer and Jan van Eyck combined Italian techniques with local traditions, creating detailed works that often depicted ordinary life alongside religious themes. Van Eyck's mastery of oil painting revolutionized the medium, while Durer's engravings brought Renaissance ideals to a mass audience. England experienced its own Renaissance under the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, marked by the flowering of drama and literature. William Shakespeare, arguably the greatest playwright of all time, wove Renaissance humanism into his works, capturing the complexities of the human experience. Despite its grandeur, the Renaissance's spread wasn't without controversy. Some northern artists and thinkers subtly critiqued the excesses of Italian humanism, emphasizing simplicity and morality instead. Meanwhile, rumors swirled about secret messages hidden in paintings and texts, fueling debates about religion, politics, and art. Faith in flux. The Renaissance wasn't just a time of artistic and scientific breakthroughs, it was also a period of profound religious upheaval. As humanism spread and people began questioning long-standing traditions, the Church faced growing challenges to its authority. This spiritual shift set the stage for both the Reformation and the Counter-Reformation, reshaping faith and power across Europe. At the heart of this religious transformation was Martin Luther, a German monk who dared to challenge the Catholic Church. In 1517, he nailed his 95 Theses to a church door in Wittenberg, protesting the sale of indulgences and calling for reforms. This act, often regarded as the spark of the Protestant Reformation, divided Europe into Catholic and Protestant factions, leading to decades of conflict and debate. Art became a battleground in this struggle for souls. The Catholic Church responded to the Reformation with the Counter-Reformation, commissioning grand works of religious art to inspire devotion. Painters like Caravaggio and sculptors like Bernini created masterpieces that evoked emotion and reinforced Catholic ideals. Meanwhile, Protestant regions favored simpler, more austere works, focusing on personal faith rather than grand displays. Rumors of mysticism and secret sects swirled during this time. Alchemy, astrology, and other hidden sciences were sometimes intertwined with religious beliefs, leading to whispers of clandestine rituals and forbidden knowledge. Did some Renaissance thinkers use art and literature to encode messages challenging the Church? The debate continues to intrigue historians and conspiracy theorists alike. Faith in the Renaissance was a deeply personal and yet profoundly public matter. Like music, it had the power to unite, inspire, and heal, but also to divide. This era reminds us that questioning and reinterpreting beliefs is a vital part of human progress, one that shapes how we view ourselves and the divine. Exploration and expansion. The Renaissance wasn't just confined to art, science, and philosophy, it was an age of exploration that expanded humanity's horizons. Fueled by curiosity and a thirst for new opportunities, explorers set sail into the unknown, uncovering lands, cultures, and resources that reshaped the world forever. But what drove this age of discovery, and what were its darker consequences? Visionaries like Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and Ferdinand Magellan became icons of this era. In 1492, Columbus's voyage to the Americas marked the beginning of a new chapter in global history. While celebrated as a heroic discovery, his journey also sparked centuries of colonization and exploitation. Similarly, da Gama's route to India opened lucrative trade opportunities but came with violence and cultural disruption. The Renaissance spirit of inquiry played a key role in these explorations. Advances in navigation, cartography, and shipbuilding made these daring expeditions possible. Maps became more accurate, and tools like the astrolabe and compass allowed sailors to traverse vast oceans with newfound confidence. Some maps, however, carried whispered rumors. Did early explorers discover lands they chose to keep secret for personal or political gain? Mysteries of uncharted territories remain. Not all exploration was driven by ambition alone. Renaissance explorers brought back more than gold and spices, they returned with knowledge. Exotic plants, animals, and cultures enriched Europe's understanding of the world. Yet this expansion came at a cost. Indigenous populations suffered from disease, displacement, and exploitation, leaving a legacy of trauma that still resonates. Exploration, like the music of the Renaissance, revealed humanity's boundless curiosity and capacity for innovation. But it also reminded us of our shared responsibility. While seeking new horizons, we must tread with respect and compassion, ensuring that progress uplifts rather than destroys. The Renaissance lives on. The Renaissance didn't just change the world, it set the foundation for the modern age. Its influence extends far beyond the 17th century, shaping how we think, create, and innovate. But how does this remarkable era continue to impact us today, and what lessons can we learn from it? First, consider the ideals of humanism. Renaissance thinkers emphasized the value of the individual, the pursuit of knowledge, and the importance of creativity. These principles are still central to education, art, and science today. Universities across the globe owe much of their structure and philosophy to the Renaissance focus on critical thinking and interdisciplinary studies. In the arts, the legacy of the Renaissance is unmistakable. Techniques like perspective, realism, and emotional storytelling remain cornerstones of visual and performing arts. Whether in the vivid imagery of modern cinema or the emotive power of a painting, the Renaissance's impact is alive and well. Even the concept of the Renaissance man, a person skilled in multiple fields, continues to inspire. Technology and innovation also carry the Renaissance spirit. The era's inventors, like Leonardo da Vinci, remind us that creativity and curiosity often lead to breakthroughs. Today's tech pioneers mirror that same mindset, pushing boundaries to reshape how we live and interact. But the Renaissance's most enduring lesson is about resilience. It emerged after a time of great hardship, the Black Death, and proved that humanity can rebuild, rethink, and thrive even in the darkest times. This era teaches us that beauty, knowledge, and innovation are essential to human progress. Like music, the Renaissance connects us to something timeless and universal. It shows us that creativity and curiosity are the keys to understanding ourselves and the world around us. Above all, it reminds us that in seeking beauty and knowledge, we find our humanity. The Renaissance spirit lives on. The Renaissance wasn't just a chapter in history, it was a testament to humanity's resilience and creativity. It showed us that even in the darkest times, curiosity and innovation can light the way to progress. From its breathtaking art to groundbreaking discoveries, the Renaissance celebrated what it means to dream, question, and strive for greatness. This era's lessons remain timeless. It reminds us to embrace knowledge, nurture creativity, and find beauty in the world around us. Like a melody that lingers, the Renaissance continues to inspire, urging us to dream boldly and shape a brighter future. As we close this journey, let the Renaissance spirit guide us to innovate, create, and believe that the best is yet to come. The Renaissance was not just a rebirth, it was a promise, one that lives on in each of us.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribing to our History YouTube channel means discovering fascinating stories, learning about the events that shaped our world, and gaining new perspectives, all in fun, easy-to-watch videos. Whether you're curious about ancient civilizations, major wars, or untold stories, this channel makes history exciting and easy to understand. Subscribe now to explore the past and see how it connects to today.